Hello and welcome to some ideas for the letter P. So first of all, let me tell you what P sounds like. P sounds like this. Pa, 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 pa. Sounds like popcorn popping. Pa, 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 pa. That's the hand motion, but actually it's a body motion for letter P. All the letters have some kind of motion to help that sound stick. So letter P, just pop up and down, says pa, pa, pa. For a fun game today, you can play popcorn. Just put some letters into a popcorn bucket or any kind of bowl, and then you can pull them out. If it's letter P, you get to pop up, pop, 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 pop. But if it's not letter P, then don't pop up. But you could actually call out the name of the letter for some extra letter practice. Okay, so now we're going to head right on over to the science table today because I'm going to show you how to make homemade pickles. For a fun science experiment for today, we made homemade pickles, and I'm going to show you how. So first I have a cucumber. Did you know that pickles were made from a vegetable called a cucumber? So I'm going to just cut this cucumber into some circles. Now, you have to get a grown-up to do this part because you don't need to have a knife, but I'm grown up, so I'm going to do this for us. And the reason that this is science is because I'm going to tell you how we can preserve these cucumbers. So if I left them like this, and I'm going to put them in the jar, but if I left them just like this, then after a few days, they would get so yucky. They would be squishy and they would start to get bacteria growing on them. They wouldn't be very good or safe to eat. But I'm going to show you a way that we can preserve them. And what we're going to do is first we're going to add some vinegar. Now vinegar is an acid. So I'm going to pour that right over the pickles or right over the cucumbers. They'll turn into pickles. And then there's one other thing that we're going to put into this jar, some salt. So both of these things are going to help to preserve the pickles or to preserve the cucumbers, and then they're going to turn into pickles. And that's going to help them to last for a long time. Vinegar is an acid, and germs and bacteria cannot tolerate acid. The acid in the vinegar kills the bacteria and germs. So that means that these cucumbers, especially when they turn into delicious pickles, are going to be good for a long time. Also, the salt is a preservative. Long ago, when they didn't have refrigerators, they would use salt, and that was what they would how they would keep their meats safe to eat for long periods of time, because salt also is something that germs and bacteria don't like. So there you have it today for our science experiment. We made homemade refrigerator pickles, and I'll shake that just a little bit, and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and in about an hour and longer, if you have time, they're going to be delicious pickles. That was our science for today. Well, here are those delicious pickles that we made. I'll put them right here, and I'll tell you some other ideas that you might want to do for your day. I decorated letter P with a green crayon, like the color of a pickle. And also I made I have two art ideas for you. I made a paper bag puppet. That's one idea for letter P. And I also made a puffy pickle. So all I did was just take some construction paper, and I folded it in half and cut out a pickle shape, stapled it all the way around, leaving just a little hole. And then I stuffed it with some cotton or little bits of paper. And then I closed up the hole with a stapler. And then I have a puffy pickle. So you can decide what you'd like to do for your art project to reinforce letter P is for pickle today. For our story, I chose to read Pickles to Pittsburg. That is a sequel to Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs. So that was a really fun story. And for math today, we counted pickles, and I'll try to put the link below so you can get a copy of this. Not only did we count them and circle how many, but I also decided to use this for adding. So if your child is ready for that, you could count all the pickles, and you could decide that 5 plus 6 equals 11. So this is a fun activity today for letter P. Have a great time, and I'll see you next time.